I have a word. So as I was today, I had seen a weed, and the weed had came up through some wood and grew through the wood, and it was a weed, so it made its way through wood, which is a weird way to make its way through. But as I looked at that wood, all I can hear was God saying that people have allowed weeds to come up in their life. Weeds have come up. In Mark chapter 4, verse 18, it says, the thorny ground represents the hearts of people who listen to the good news and receive it, but all too quickly the attractions of this world and the delights of wealth and the search for success and lure of nice things come in and crowd out God's message from their heart so that no crops is produced. Now, when God gives you a word and he says, I'm going to do it for you. But what is happening? When I saw this thing that came through the wood, it's this weed, is that you're wanting so much, because a lot of times people chase things from the world. They chase wealth. They chase things that's in this world. And what happens is that when God gives you a word, you kind of disregard it because you're thinking, well, it hasn't happened yet, because you're looking at the things in this world. You're looking at, well, I don't have that yet. I don't have this yet. So the thorny ground represents the hearts of people who listen to the good news, that thorny, and receive it, but all too quickly the distractions of the world and the delights of wealth. So the things in this world, what others have, that it deceives you. And the delights of wealth and the search for success and the lure of nice things comes in and crowds out God's message from their hearts so that no crops is produced. So by the time that everything in this world that got to the word that you heard, nothing is produced. Not one thing is produced. But if you're waiting, expecting God to do it, because God said he was going to do it, if you're not getting focused on what you don't have and setting your mind on the things that God has already done for you and what he said he's going to do, but all too little people set their minds on things that are of this world. What does they got? What do I need? The latest this, the latest that. What is it when God said that he would do it? But here's the reason: God doesn't give us things too fast, because if he gives us things too fast, we'll destroy ourselves. So a lot of times God will give us things where it's at his pace, because he knows what's not going to destroy. He knows what's going to destroy us and what's not. But all too well, when people see the word and they get this word and God give them the word, and God will say, I give you back what the locusts say. God will tell them that I'll restore you. I'm going to make something new out of your bad situation. All too well, we look at the circumstances because of what is going on around us and what is in this world, and get our minds off of what God said. So then that word, it doesn't produce any kind of crop, nothing at all. No nice things come in and crowd out God's message from their heart. So you want things so bad, it ain't happening quick enough. And it's drawing you from what God told you he was going to do. It's drawing you from the word that you believe. So then you throw the word out and you become discouraged. You become saddened. You become depressed. It's not happening fast enough. Then the devil start making you worry about, is God going to even pay you? You just start questioning God about everything. And you start whining and complaining. Oh, this ain't happening for me. I don't understand why. You told me, Lord, that this was going to take place. I'm so tired. I'm so worn out. I'm so this. I'm so that. Because it has taken away the word that was planted in there. God is saying too, remember the word that he told you. Let it produce fruit. Let it start to produce things on the inside of you. That means getting your eyes off the things of this world. That's why God tells us to take our eyes off this world. This world will have you so caught up, you won't know if you're coming or going. And you'll start worrying about so many things that God already did. He's already then supplied your needs, but you'll start worrying about, is he going to supply? Here's the thing. The devil will give you stuff just so it can preoccupy you, distract you from the real issue, which is the issue is you need to receive the word and keep the word. So he'll distract you so that you won't remember the word. You won't care about the word. You forget about the word. He'll distract you with something. He'll distract you with 4 cars, and you won't even be able to drive all them cars, but he'll distract you with them because he know you got to keep them up. He know you gotta either pay the bill on them or you got to keep them up. So he'll distract you with all of them, and while he's distracting you, he's ripping that word from you. The world, what the world gets or what the world needs is 2 people, and you got about 7 cars. 2 people in your house, you got about 7 vehicles. And I'm not telling nobody what to get, but this is what God is saying to me. To tell his people, you have become distracted with the worldly things. God said, I'm going to do it. But you got to get your eyes off the world. You got to take your eyes off the world. And you got to set your eyes on what God told you. Get back to what God told you. What did he say he was going to do? I pray that this message helps you. We're believing by faith that you will not allow the enemy to snatch that word from you, but it will produce fruit on the inside of you. God said he would do it. Believe him. He's going to restore you. He's making good situations out of those bad situations. He's going to give you back what the locust ate. He's supplying all your needs according to his riches and glory. It's not him that's slow. It's you that's impatient because you've allowed the world. God said you've allowed the world to get you distracted on what is going on around you. God said to take your eyes off of it and set your eyes on things that are forever, not on things that are temporarily. They don't last long. Where the moths and everything else can eat them up and destroy them. But God said to get your eyes back on him. God bless you. Share this message with others. God bless you. Be blessed.